Welcome friends, I'm Smita Katti and in today's video we're creating a sunflower themed page. This is a super simple page but so colorful. I'll walk you through all the steps and let's paint together. You will need a sketchbook, either mixed media or watercolor paper. Today I'm using Strathmore's 140-pound watercolor journal. This journal is great for watercoloring with your dual brush pens. I'm using just 5 colors of Tombow Dual Brush Pens. You can screenshot the numbers here to paint along with me. You'll also need a paintbrush or a water brush. Today I'm using a water brush, which is basically a paintbrush, but it has this water barrel attached to it, so you can carry it around easily and paint with it on the go. To letter my quote, I'll be using the Mono drawing pen in 0.3 thickness, and you'll also need some masking tape. I like to add a low-tack masking tape around the edge of my sketchbook page. This gives this nice crisp white line to your design, but it also protects the pages that are underneath it in the sketchbook. So to begin my sunflower, I'm just adding a scribble of brown color, and then with the green I'm adding some leaves. I also added a touch of yellow, and then I'm blending the green and the yellow with a little bit of water and the water brush. You don't want to add too much water to your paper in the beginning, because then you have to wait for it to dry before you add more color to the paper. I like to add a little bit of water and just roughly blend the colors. I don't want to blend them completely, I want to blend them unevenly and have colors like a little bit of yellow, a little bit of green showing up. With the yellow color now, I'm going to draw the petals for the sunflower. I only draw one layer of petals at first. A sunflower has multiple layers of petals, but we'll come to that later. For the top layer of petals, I'm also adding some of the orange color. And then with my water brush, I'm actually first painting the base of the petals. I want it to touch the brown center, which is still kind of damp. And what happens is the brown and the yellow kind of mix and they create a nice shadow there. So once I'm done with all of the petals, I'm actually painting over the brown in the center, and you can kind of pick up that brown color onto your water brush. Because the dual brush pens are water reactive, they will react again if you paint over it, and with that lightest brown hint, I'm painting underneath the leaves to give it a kind of ground effect. I'm adding a little extra water there because I don't mind it being wet. I'm not adding any other design near it, and it can dry slowly. Meanwhile, if you see any color bleeds, you can just go over it again with your water brush and fix the colors. I'm going to go in now with my yellow color dual brush pen and add another layer of petals. You can see these are going to be beneath it and they're going to be half petals. I'm adding a hint of orange and yellow, and I'm also going to add a touch of brown because I want them to be underneath, so there's a little darker shadow falling on them. So I let my sketchbook dry for a couple of minutes and it's dry to the touch. You want to bring a dual brush pen only to the dry paper. So once this is dried, I went in and I'm adding a little more details to everywhere. Some yellow and orange to the petals. I'm adding more brown to the center of the sunflower. I'll also go in and add more color to the leaves. Even though they look pretty, if you just add a hint of green on top of it, you'll just define it a little more better. The best part of this painting for me is, of course, this blue color. It's such a vibrant color and I wanted to emulate the sky in my sketchbook. So while painting with my blue, especially near the sunflower, there'll come areas where the blue and yellow kind of overlap and form a yellow color. You just need to be careful when you're going towards the yellow, but I don't mind the little overlap. I'll just go in with the black pen after all of this is dried and define the flower better, and it'll all look good. I'm also quickly just painting over the center of the sunflower, not too much because I still want those dots of brown to be visible. And again, I'm taking a little brown color itself and kind of touching up the green and adding a little more details to the flower itself. You can go on adding more details and painting as much as you want, or you can stop the minute you think it looks like a sunflower and it's making you happy. Time to peel the tape. My best advice while using masking tape is that you want to peel the tape while the paint is still kind of damp. You don't want to let the masking tape just sit there dry. You want to peel it while the painting is still wet. And now I'm going to go in and letter my quote, which is a very simple quote. It just says, "Live in the sunshine." I'm not doing any fancy hand lettering. It's just a monoline lettering, something that just echoes the sunflower theme to me. At this point, you can call it done, or if you want to, you can go in with your black pen and add a thin outline to the leaves, the flower, everything. I'm adding a really rough outline. I don't want anything precise, nothing. You want to hold the pen loosely. You don't want to have a firm grip and draw really precise lines. I just draw sketchy lines, which just goes with the theme of the watercolor, the sunflower. It's kind of bright and airy. And that is how my finished sketchbook page turned out, friends. I love painting with my Tombow Dual Brush Pens, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. It is a very simple tutorial. I like creating colorful, motivational pages in my sketchbook, and I hope this inspired you to create something in your own sketchbook. I'll see you again soon. Till then, happy crafting!